Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
About 10 minutes away, we have an unbelievable update on the jewel thieves at the Louvre. What happened yesterday with that? We talked about that about 7:50 yesterday and how fantastic it was. These guys broke in 4 minutes, stole about $20 million of jewels, Napoleon's jewels. But there's an update on it, a report from people on site that work there. We'll get to that in a second. Also, we have to break in before the fact here. Massive news. God bless the gravy. Just got a donation of $1,575.
Shut up.
From Rodney Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Case specifically asked you not to do that.
Let's go.
Now we're having fun here.
Okay. So I'm like trying to find him because I was like, who is this man? And I got, so Rodney Brandon showed up and I clicked on this and I'm like, oh, he's a member of the Board of Public Welfare Commissioners in the state of Illinois. And I'm like, wow. And then I realized that person was born in 1881, so I don't think it's him.
Oh, they save up a lot of money. You could save up $1,500 in 140 years.
You'd hope so.
See, that's what it takes anymore to save up $1,500 is be alive 140 years.
Amen.
He says, always happy to help, 4th year in a row. This is the 5th one. What's up, Brent Rodney? You couldn't do the first year?
What are you, a fake fan or something?
Cheap ass.
And we love shouting out businesses, but this is an individual, Rodney Brandon. Thank you, man. $1,575, which takes us to almost 10,000 meals on the second day.
And he's kind of off the grid, man. I can't find anything about this guy.
If you have that kind of money to throw on, you're definitely off the grid on the dark web hanging out. So thank you. You can just text GRAVY to 312-591-8300. Get a link back and help out the Greater Chicago Food Depository, which distributes food to 100 miles around our voices. It helps out everybody, your neighbors. That's incredible. That really warms my heart right there. What a way to get started here in the first hour. Thank you. Now the fact that makes your brain go... It's down 40% this year, a 40-year low, and it's going to ruin the holidays. Kenzie guessed it's the turkey issue of probably a shortage of turkeys, and it's causing, people to be really angry at the grocery store, fighting over that one good turkey that's left. Case said it's people saying hello to strangers, and it's hurting the Santas, I guess, somehow, too. Everybody's got their earbuds in. Their AirPods in, listening to the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Ideally.
And they're not saying hi to anybody anymore.
Well, if that's what they're doing, then it's fine. Never mind.
Yeah, you can be an a-hole.
Leave them alone.
Kenzie, you know what? You got it exactly right.
Shut the hell up. Are you serious?
So there is a turkey shortage I wasn't aware of. And you talk about eggs, and we kind of forgot about talking about eggs for a while. I think they're good now. I think the eggs are.
They're not any cheaper.
I don't know. Costco, the surge to run to the back cold room. Costco has this cold room. It's a freezing, all that stuff. There were people who used to push and shove, and now they're not shoving anymore. So I assume the prices came down a little bit. But the latest turkey shortage, the turkey flock has decreased to the smallest size in 40 years.
No, I didn't want to be right.
Now, I'm kind of wondering, is there one big flock kind of walking around together in the United States, and they got just smaller and smaller? Is there just one flock, or is there multiple flocks that all coincidentally became the smallest in 40 years?
What's going on with these turkeys? Are we not breeding them? Are we just capturing flocks?
Great question. It's a little bit of both, due to a resurgence in bird flu and reduced production. So we need to get them sleeping together, I guess, more. Because this bird flu's taking them out too fast to be born.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
That's my take anyway. I don't know. That's what I'm predicting.
So we have to get turkeys to sleep with each other?
Yes,
Maybe
more often.
they're boycotting us. Maybe they're like, we're not doing this.
Well, maybe they're like society and having less kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not going to, listen, I've got to go out there and find all this food for Jeff, their one kid. We're not going to have 18 kids this year.
Right. It's like we all got to fly south. You know how hard it is to travel as a family of 12? It's a lot.
No one's talking about the turkey rent crisis that's happening, where rents have never been higher and yet wages stay the same.
Well, no one listens to turkeys.
They don't. That's the problem.
They don't listen to when they bitch about this stuff.
They bitch about it.
Turkeys are out there saying, no one's listening.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Chance at $1,000 coming in about 6 minutes here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
And it's for a 4-pack of tickets. You can take everybody to the Chicago Wolves game this Saturday against the Manitoba Moose, the annual Halloween game at the Allstate Arena. And 4 tickets from our great friends. Love the Chicago Wolves. And Annette is going to be competing today against these tickets, I should say. Annette, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy. I've called in before, and it was during quarter apocalypse where you guys lost the quarter. I ended up losing trivia, but because you flipped the nickel, you gave me the tickets to go see Jet.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
Oh,
you still...
fun.
Yeah, there you go. Well, let's see what happens today with the quarter, because we do have it. There's no more quarter apocalypse. So first 1 to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails, Annette.
Let's go ahead.
And it is heads, so you won this time.
Woo!
Here we go. Annette, name one of the 4 colors of the Teletubbies.
Yellow.
Yellow is right.
Oh, can I do one?
Tomorrow you can.
No, that's the rest of the week right there, that question. So, Kenzie, you get this question. What is the only lowercase letter in the word Disney in the Walt Disney logo? There's one lowercase letter in that logo.
And the Disney logo.
Uh-huh.
I think there's more than one, but for sure the I.
The I is right. I'm not looking at it exactly right now, but...
There's one lowercase letter. It's the I.
I've heard it was the I.
Yes.
Let's go back to Annette.
Yes, 1-1.
Name one of the 2 teams competing in this year's World Series.
Dodgers.
Dodgers fan, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Cool.
Asked and answered.
Pretty nice to have a good team.
That's awesome. 2-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what immediately predates the touchdown during a pick 6? So what immediately predates the touchdown during a pick 6?
Can I ask something embarrassing?
Sure.
What do you mean predates? What is that? What do you mean? Like what happens before a pick 6?
There you go. You figured it out.
Like an interception?
Yes, there you
Is
go.
that what we're talking about?
That's what
Okay.
we're talking about.
Sorry, predates really threw me off. I'm like, you mean what happens before?
Yeah, the interception, then the touchdown, the pick 6.
Okay.
Good job. You figured it out on your own.
Okay.
2-2.
2-2 and back to Annette.
Annette, which chain restaurant is famous for serving a blooming onion?
Outback.
Outback. There you
God,
go.
she has like questions catered for me. I was like, oh my God.
And back to Kenzie.
3-2.
Honeydew is a variety of what type of fruit?
Melon?
Melon is right. Which, by the way, you said that. You said that very much like in Back to School, Thornton Mellon. He goes, melon?
Because I was like, I just feel like when it's like that, I just feel like I'm gonna end up super embarrassed because it's like a scientific term.
Yeah. 3-3.
3-3. We were looking for Melon. That one's back to Annette.
Annette, who was blamed for breaking up the Beatles?
Yoko Ono.
Yoko Ono is right. Yeah, she did. She did it all. It's all her.
Oh, stop.
Let's see. That's Annette's got 4 now.
And Kenzie has 3. It's back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what is the name of the mansion where Elvis Presley died?
Graceland?
Graceland is right. So it's 4-4. But Annette can win with this one.
All right, come on.
You ready, Annette?
Yep.
The hang loose hand sign uses which 2 fingers?
Your thumb and pinky.
Thumb and pinky is right.
Yes.
Now, I got a no case. Were you on the couch last night just doing the hang loose sign?
I was telling some people to hang loose, brother.
Who were you telling that to?
Don't worry about it.
I need to know.
I want to know. Can you just see Case sitting there alone doing like different, like the. Remember that scene in the original Spider-Man where he's trying to figure out how to shoot web?
Yeah.
Like that's Case, like in his apartment. Like
I'm like a chill, relaxed guy. I was just hanging loose last night.
I could see just that whole thing of you're sitting on the couch and maybe nothing's happening for 2 hours. And then you raise
Okay, accurate.
and then you raise your hand and kind of go, hey, this is kind of cool. This hang loose thing is kind of neat.
he did that to like his DoorDash guy. He's like, oh,
Thanks for the orange chicken. Hang
my
loose,
God.
bro. Hang loose, brah. All right. Well, Annette, you are going this Saturday, Redemption. The Chicago
All right,
Wolves,
yeah.
Manitoba Moose. You got 4 tickets to the Allstate Arena from our great friends at the Chicago Wolves and from Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Hang on. Case is going to get your information. And I want to remind everybody in just 2.5 minutes, because it's a great song about Chicago and it's pretty short, that you're going to have a chance at $1,000. I cannot stress that enough in today's world, today's economy. $1,000 is life-changing money, and your chance at it is a very easy chance. In 2.5 minutes from Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Just after 8, those John Mulaney tickets coming up for Wrigley Field, where Pearl Jam put on one of the most historic performances last year. I enjoyed that so much. Freddie Vedder really made it a Chicago thing. It was so unique with the stories he told. And that's kind of what we're about to get into right now with Walter E. Smith Furniture. I don't think anybody else is going to talk about this today, where if you happen to flip around, you shouldn't. But if you happen to flip around and check out other lamestream media out there, you do what you got to do, but you're missing out because I don't think anybody else is going to talk about this. And I'm going to go through the story. I give compliments to the Chicago Tribune. They're the only people I saw that did this story. And we'll get to what happened here. But it's the Walter E. Smith family, okay? So the Walter E. Smith Furniture Design Company, 80 years old, Chicago retailer. You've all seen the commercials. Maybe I'll play some right now, but of the four sisters out there, and they're adorable. The commercials are great. I've been in the stores. They're incredible.
Nice stores?
Oh, I almost bought a love seat about a month ago in one of the stores in my neighborhood, and they're so helpful in there. They're really tremendous stores. I will say that if you're looking for something to buy, I'm not getting paid to say that. I'm just saying personal.
Nope, we certainly aren't.
Nope.
And they haven't donated to God Bless the Gravy either, so we'll pass it.
Hey, shots fired. How about donating, girls? Because this story's going to
Come on, ladies.
Come on, ladies. Because this story's going to tell you how much money they have and how much money one of them doesn't have. So the 80-year-old retailer that turned three brothers into celebrity pitchmen is embroiled in a legal family feud. So first, let's play the three brothers back in the day. You remember the older commercials with the three brothers for those, and this is what those commercials sound like, which I know you've all seen. So
my brothers and I have all pretty much worked in every department of the company. Back probably when I was 10 years old, I used to go in and clean the store on Sundays. I love working with my brothers. They're honest, they're hardworking. The family business is the best way to run a business or the worst way to run a business. Fortunately, we all get along pretty well. We trust each other deeply, and we all have the same work value that we learned from our dad and our grandfather. We hope you'll come visit us soon.
Walter
E. Smith
You dream it, we build it.
paints a nice picture of a family business did well and everybody became rich and lived happily ever after, right?
Well, that's like your dream to leave something like that for your kids, right?
Yeah.
They can just be set up. That's like mom and dad's dream right there. We created this, and look at them go.
Well, listen, things got a little different after those commercials stopped, and then you start seeing the girls in the commercial. Tim Smith, who's 62 years old, was the former chief marketing officer and co-owner who appeared with his two brothers in those ads we just had there. He's suing the company right now for allegedly squeezing him out of the family-owned business a decade ago for a, quote, undervalued buyout. That's what the Chicago Tribune story says here. The lawsuit was filed this week in the Cook County Circuit Court, alleges that Walter E. Smith III, the president and controlling shareholder of the Itasca-based company that started in 1945 by their grandfather, fraudulently induced Tim Smith to sign away his $14 million equity stake for a $1.8 million payout.
Okay.
So 10 years ago, he got $1.8 million as a payout. Sounds pretty nice.
I would love that.
Kenzie, you want $1.8 mil?
Yes.
But if you found out it's worth $14 million 10 years later and maybe it was not on the up and up, how would you feel?
Legally.
Certainly there's no question that businesses, you go one way or another and you make these buyouts and it's a risk. I think he was kind of saying he was fraudulently induced. We don't know what happened in the courtroom to cause that quote there.
But that the money that he took away, he was coerced into signing this deal that would pay him a certain sum of money and then he would go away for forever.
Right.
Pretty much. And the quote is from Tim Smith.
Like, okay, a little bit of money and I don't have to work.
Yeah. Is that exactly what he said? So Tim Smith told the Tribune, he said, my brothers coerced me out to make room for his four daughters.
Oh.
Who do these commercials, which you all see now.
Tonight, the Sisters of Smith reunite.
Don't say it's about my table, Megan. Colleen, it's about your table.
For a gripping tell-all.
We all can't fit around it for the holidays. Your chairs aren't even performance fabric.
Sisters, be cool. Don't be all like uncool.
Let's talk about the sofa. Sofas are off limits. Oh, we're gonna talk about the sofa. You're not invited anymore.
Sisters, please.
I need a tissue. Avoid unnecessary drama. Order furniture for the holidays now at Smith. Get your $500 coupon at smith.com.
Could somebody go get Katie back? She just walked off.
Look, I love those commercials.
I can tell.
I love them, and I love them. They're great. And I think it was a good idea. It was a good decision.
Little revamp.
He got 1.8 mil. The daughters come in and they kick ass with the advertising. That's what I think.
And to his point, because he talks about in this lawsuit about how he's essentially been erased from history, and not to show my age, but I only know the Walter E. Smith commercials with the girls.
I think if you go back a decade, that's all you're going to know.
I'm stunned to learn there's a brother who's been shunned from the industry because I love the commercials with the girls so much.
Yeah.
He's punching a wall right now. You just said that. That is so frustrating.
Listen, Tim, if you're listening, loved your stuff too. But it wasn't a bad idea to put the 4 girls on the ad.
Like, that's a fun commercial.
They're
It's like
fun.
they're doing a reality show reunion episode about furniture. Somebody walks off the set. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I want to buy a table.
I think it's also time to pass the torch. Like, it's like at one point, like all the brothers were the younger people in the commercials. And now you're doing like, your kids, your younger kin in the commercial. Like, that should be what happens. The same thing should happen with the girls, once they have kids or whatever. That's like what's fun about it.
It's a family business, passing it on from generation to generation.
So like, we did that for years. Now it's their turn. Like, you're going to be like the 9-year-old, like, I'm not leaving.
Well, in the Tribune story, it says the presence on local TV and the 1/3 owner of Chicagoland's most successul furniture retailers, Tim, who's the middle brother between Walter and Mark Smith. Middle brothers, man. I'm one of 4. The 2 middle ones, trouble.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Steve and Darren. So the lawsuit now.
I like Steve.
I like Darren.
See? That's because the fighting there. So he's the middle brother, and it's a long way from the limelight. He's now an unemployed bus driver in Wichita, Kansas. So he moved away from Chicago, went there. And now, remember, he got $1.8 million, I guess, in stock, or if he cashed it, who knows what happened. I don't know. That's not in the story. But he had $1.8 million 10 years ago. He said he's broke, in need of a job, which the family-owned business left. He left under duress, is thriving. So he's saying in 2016-ish, 2015, it was under duress. $1.8 million sounded like a good deal.
Absolutely.
And now they're kicking ass.
And I guess I don't know from a legal perspective how it helps him to say that, because he's saying, when I worked for this business.
I was just going to say that. Thank you.
When I was chief marketing officer, things were not going well. I have since left the company, and things could not be going better for them.
And that's not fair. I mean, that's a really tough argument.
And if I'm misunderstanding it, please correct me. But those are his words saying, when I left, things got better. I want more money now.
Right. And it's not fair because it wasn't a scam. Nobody lied. It's like, and mind you, the business could have very well went under and he got some of the most money, right? So it's like,
that's right.
That's the risk that you run. I don't think it's super fair to double back and be like, I'm owed money, because you signed a document, you got paid well. $1.8 million is not nothing by any means. He didn't get paid out like $10,000.
Yeah, especially when his quote, under duress, this business was. And then, his nieces came in and kicked ass.
Oh, they make those funny commercials.
They're hilarious.
By a table.
I love them.
That's hard. Turning a business around is incredibly hard work, especially like a family-owned business where you can't rely on like corporate to do a remodeling or anything like that. That's a lot of work.
And a furniture business. Not, that's pretty tough.
Well, because they're not making, there's no new furniture ideas. Chair, table, couch, love seat. I don't think furniture's progressed that much in our lifetime.
Can I say the hardest thing I think about owning a furniture place?
Go ahead.
I think the hardest thing, rent ain't getting cheaper. Those are the biggest buildings I've ever seen in my life.
They
like,
really
you can't
are.
have a mini furniture store when you have one bed frame. You need you need to clear out a cornfield and build it. Like, that's hard.
Yeah, you can't have like Wingstop has no tables inside. You just take the wings out to eat them. You can't.
You walk in and it's just a catalog.
You gotta have all the stuff out
We're
there.
trimming. We have pictures of all the furniture we can.
Yeah. Here, let me show you on my phone what this couch looks like.
Well, when you go buy a birthday cake at the grocery store and you can flip through all the different designs they can make you, that's what this tiny furniture store looks like.
They can't rent out room at a strip mall with like a little book.
So back to the story where, so he says he's broke, in need of a job. The family-owned business he left under duress is thriving. The lawsuit is seeking a rescission of the 2016 buyout agreement and restoration of his equity stake in the company, along with $10 million in retro pay and distributions.
$10 million?
Not done yet, Kenzie. And $20 million for alleged equity skimming by his brother, Walter Smith. So he wants $30 million.
There's no way that they just have $30 million chilling. Furniture.
Well, I guess it's doing awesome. I guess Walter Smith
I know
is
it's doing great, but like what people fail to realize is like when it's a family-owned business, like your bank account may be large, but you're paying everything. So you're paying every employee and all the furniture. Like
that big rent you're talking about.
Okay. So that like amount in your account isn't all just like spendable, right?
Listen,
you just save for the store.
In my head, I hope those girls got $30 million in the bank in cash. I really do. I love
they're on TV every 7 seconds. I would certainly hope so.
So Tim and his wife, who this is the one who's suing, who's broke. His words broke. Married. They filed the lawsuit without the assistance of attorney. Now Walter, one of the brothers, who's 66, that's his daughters. Those are his 4 daughters, and are now the 4th generation faces of Walter E. Smith Furniture. Issued a statement on Wednesday. Here is that statement. We were surprised by his filing, especially since the terms of his retirement 10 years ago were amicable and voluntarily signed, Walter Smith said. The original agreement was negotiated by well-respected attorneys in Chicago, ensuring a fair process. We are now focused on resolving this new matter with our brother quickly and in good faith. We are confident the case will promptly be dismissed. So that's their statement.
Yeah. I mean, you have a signed document. You were paid, again, you're paid really well. You have a signed document. You can't double back. The only thing that he could get him for is if they actually lied about how much money they had. Like if the negotiation wasn't done well.
And it sounds like he's even admitting, the guy who's suing, the brothers Tim, who's suing, said it sounded about right because it was under duress. And now it's just done well with the daughters.
I got to say, some of the things he said are going to go well in court.
But let's hope.
That's not going to be helpful.
Let's hope this Chicago royalty family, maybe they can just break him off like $500,000 or something.
I don't know, because in the Chicago Tribune article, it does say in January 2023, Tim, who's the one who's suing, Tim reached out to his older brother in an email saying their father had visited him in his dreams, urging them to, quote, mend fences. Tim said he also pitched the idea of returning to the family business as a paid store greeter, something their father had done in semi-retirement. And Walter Smith said no, and that, quote, too much had changed, although he did wish him well.
Why don't they
A store greeter? They're not gonna let him. They don't let him greet.
Yeah, but why don't they let him just stand out front? Why don't they just
wait. Was there a proposed salary? Was he like, for $500,000 a year?
No.
I would like to be the store greeter.
You know what? I'll do it for $30 million.
Yeah,
And they're
$30 million. I'll greet everybody.
And they're like, oh yeah, greet people at the store. Go to the door. No, go further out. No, go across the street.
In the car.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for some music and entertainment news. And we're approaching the biggest entertainment of 2025 as we close it out every year. Q101's Twisted 2025. 4 nights, and just to get you up to date on a reminder here as we get, getting closer to the holidays, you kind of forget some stuff, or maybe you missed a big announcement about a month ago. So Q101's Twisted Night 1 will feature AJR, Wet Leg, and Out in Front. And for the first time ever, by the way, before I get through it, there's a 20% less single tickets, a 4-night, we call it a super ticket. It's super. And it's only going to last for a little bit. So at one point, we'll just say there's no more super tickets. You can get all 4 nights. So with AJR, it's their first Twisted Veteran of Picnic. They performed in front of a sold-out Tinley Park show in July. I still am trying to figure out by square footage, like when we tried to figure out how many chicken wings we could fit in this studio, how we can get 30,000 people in the Aragon, because that's Tinley Park pretty much sold out. So that's a fantastic, never-before-seen AJR in a small setting again like that. You just won't do it. And Wet Leg returning to Twisted for the first time since opening for Jack White in 2025. And they have a new album. 2022. Moisturizer is their new album, as Catch These Fists, an awesome song we're playing here on Q101. Now, Cake will be night 2. We're going to have Cake on the show on Thursday.
Right around this time.
Yeah, checking in, talking to Cake. And they'll be with Miles Smith, one of the biggest artists in the world right now. That'll be night 2, Wednesdays, December 10th. Night 3, Not to Be Outdone, Third Eye Blind, Yellow Card, and The Paradox. That is epic. That'll be a blast leading into the party night, night 4 on a Friday, with Sublime, Soul Coughing, and One for the Ditch with actor Dermot Mulroney, who helped save Twisted last year with that band. That's his brother he's in that band with. And if you don't know who he is, well, for me right now, he's on Chicago Fire. But he was also Dirty Steve in Young Guns. And Kenzie, you love him in what movie?
I love him in The Family Stone.
Yup.
That's actually, I'm trying to convince Case, if everyone wants to support me, to watch The Family Stone because it's a Christmas movie. Diane Keaton's in it, and then he's in it. I think it should be one of his first ones to kick off the season right before Twisted. I think it would be fun.
How can people convince Case to do that? Go to his house?
Yeah. Case, what's your address?
It's funny because you're at my apartment on Saturday, so you kind of know where I live now. I want to know more about this Dirty Steve fellow. Who is Dirty Steve?
Well, you see, Young Guns, which is a movie that has to be on your list somehow eventually. I don't know how we get there, but maybe an anniversary. And you like Westerns now. You've seen Tombstone.
I have a Tombstone t-shirt. I'm such a fan.
So it goes back and it has a lot of the stars of the late 80s, early 90s. It's one of his first movies.
And his name's Dirty Steve?
Yes, he's
Sounds
part of
awesome.
Yeah, he's part of the gang.
Oh, my God. I got to know about this Dirty Steve guy.
Oh, I mean, do you know about Billy the Kid?
I've heard the name. I don't really know his story.
We're probably going to derail music entertainment news if I go into just to go through the whole Young Guns plot and, Billy the Kid, who's played by Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen's brother in real life. That Kenzie found out in the documentary about Charlie Sheen.
That he has a brother.
And she knew both actors, right, Kenzie? But you didn't know they were brothers because they have different last names.
Right. I did not realize for a long time they were brothers until I watched the Charlie Sheen docuseries.
Because Martin Sheen's the dad, and Emilio Estevez said, "I'm going with the birth name over Sheen, the Hollywood name."
His dad was actually the one who wanted that. He was like, "No, I want you to have like your roots and your heritage and pave your own way." Charlie Sheen told his dad, because that's obviously not his real name, "I want to carry on your name in acting, though." So he chose that route, which kind of, I think his brother was like, "Well, wait a minute."
Wait, you built this name up, you see, and I want to use it.
I'm going to do that. So that's what happened there. So Charlie Sheen's father was actually the one who convinced the older brother to go with his name and his heritage.
And then Case has seen Martin Sheen now in Wall Street.
I have.
Where he's in the elevator saying, "You don't judge a man by the size of his wallet."
And if you've never seen that movie, that's exactly how he says it.
It's so good you've seen these great movies now. I can make these references.
Movies are awesome. I didn't know about Dirty Steve, though. I got to check out this Dirty Steve guy.
I don't want to go too far in the Young Guns. Just we'll put it on the list.
Well, and I have to shout out 773 for letting me know for the movie that Kenzie wants me to watch that there is, quote, a sassy Rachel McAdams appearance in that movie.
Oh, there's not an appearance. She's she's all up in the movie.
Lead with that. Sassy Rachel McAdams, I'm in now.
She is a bitch, and it's awesome. More than sassy.
But back to Dirty Steve.
I love this Dirty Steve guy.
Actually, once you said Rachel McAdams, I forgot about Dirty Steve.
I did too.
I can't wait to see Dermot Mulroney again at Twisted. Remember, go to Q101.com. That super ticket will run out for all 4 nights, but if you can only do one night, just get there because we want to see you. This is our time to see and hang out with you. We actually have time to chill during the music. We can drink with you, and we have a lot of prizes with it, and it's just a great experience. It's one of those things, and it sounds cliche to say it, but you can save all the money you want, but if at the end you just have some money but no experiences, no one ever said on their deathbed, "Well, I'm glad I didn't buy that Twisted ticket and have this money in the account." No one ever said that on their deathbed. I've checked a lot of deathbeds.
Stop by.
The Grim Reaper, no one's ever said that. So The Bear, Jeremy Allen White, is his upcoming movie about Bruce Springsteen that's getting a lot of buzz. It's about the making of the Nebraska era of Bruce Springsteen. Some might say that's one of the greatest albums of all time, at least Bruce's his greatest album. And the movie comes out later this week already, I believe.
Yes.
And so the soundtrack, Jeremy Allen White learned how to play guitar and sing. He never did either of those. And so he's done that. Singing one thing, guitar is another thing. To learn how to play the guitar in 6 months before you film a movie. Pretty epic. But now they're releasing basically all this music, correct, Case?
That's right. There's an album coming out that is Jeremy Allen White doing Bruce Springsteen songs. It's the Deliver Me From Nowhere soundtrack, which the name of that movie is Deliver Me From Nowhere. And we have the audio of Jeremy Allen White doing Born to Run in that movie. And it's important to note before we play it, this is Jeremy Allen White not Bruce Springsteen, which is hard to believe, but Jeremy Allen White doing Born to Run in the Bruce Springsteen biopic Deliver Me From Nowhere. It sounds a little something like this.
It sounds like, Bruce Springsteen. I gotta stop it. That's stupid good. That is incredible.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, I have to stop it because it's bad. I'm like, oh, I thought it was kind of good.
No, that's Jeremy Allen White, the bear Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
He's crushing it.
Oh, listen more of it.
Together, Wendy, we'll live with the sadness. I love you and all the madness in my soul. Whoa, girl, I don't know when we're gonna get to that
Close enough.
That's insane.
You seem so surprised.
I didn't hear it. Case threw that clip to me, and I did not hear it before we put it on the air.
We were born to run.
Wow. That is incredible.
Oh,
You did great.
yeah, add it to the list of movies you'll never see.
Oh, come on. Maybe I'll see it.
No, give me your review of any movie that's come out this year.
I've been a little busy this year. It's been a little rough. And I'm going to catch up. Like, I definitely have to see the
And
Michael.
I'm going to catch up. Listen, these last few years may have gotten away from
Yeah.
me.
I'm definitely really on cue for the Michael B. Jordan movie. I got to see that.
And what's that called?
It's not, is it Sinister? Sinners?
Sinners.
Sinners, that's it. I got it. Yay,
Sinners.
got it. I want to see that. Now, I'm trying to remember when Joaquin Phoenix did Walk the Line, and he sang everything himself. And
Is that
played
how
his-
backed up you are? You trying to...
That movie's 20 years old.
He's like, that was the last one I saw.
But I don't remember them releasing like an album of that material that he did, which was phenomenal.
He did great, too.
You didn't see Walk the Line yet, Kate.
Reese Witherspoon did
And Reese
great.
Witherspoon, they both sang,
Oh.
I mean, ridiculous. I don't think they released those as songs. I don't think so.
No, they did. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. The Walk the Line soundtrack that is Joaquin Phoenix doing Johnny Cash songs. By the way, that movie turns 20 next month.
Oh, you better do that. Yeah, Walk the Line's incredible. So you're saying they did not release that as an
No,
album?
they did. They did the same thing they're doing here.
Oh.
I would think so. Usually they do.
Yeah.
Unless they don't let them sing. Like Selena, the movie, like Selena Quintanilla. They're like, you're not going to sing. J-Lo, we're just going to go ahead and use.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought
Good
Jennifer
Lord, no.
Lopez sang those songs.
No, Selena Quintanilla is very, like, her estate, like, her dad will sue you. Like, that man will. Absolutely not. It's her voice. You're not going to mess with it. And I think good call. J-Lo did great, but let's go with Selena's voice. So that one.
If she only did that, J-Lo, like as far as acting and all that, she would have been fine because that movie was awesome.
No, she did great. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really like J-Lo, but I thought she was great in that movie because I'm fair. I can say that.
You're so fair. Anything for Salinas. Case just to see Selena, just for that line.
I've been begging. He completely skipped Latin / Hispanic Heritage Month. Nobody cares. Yes, you did.
Notoriously, he skips it
I
every
brought it
year.
up for 5 weeks straight, and no one listened. No one gave a crap.
But isn't
you
that
were
some-
like, "How about another bank robber movie?" And I'm like, "Who cares? They robbed the bank. Next."
I just want to be clear to the Hispanic brethren listening. I didn't
No.
skip Latin.
Yes,
Latin
you literally
Heritage
skipped it.
Month.
It's over. You missed it. I brought it up a million times.
Yeah.
No one cared.
Yep. Case
No
ju-
one listens to me. You're like, well, but guess what? Somebody else robbed a bank. I don't care. I don't care. You saw it. They rob it. They leave.
I remember
Every time.
I remember back in February, Case specifically told me, Kenzie, you weren't around. He said, one thing I'm doing this year for sure, skipping Hispanic Heritage Month.
Well, you succeeded.
I said that during Black History Month. I said we're skipping both of them.
Well, that's Case's rep. Yep. That's it.
Even though I tried to do Brokeback Mountain during Pride Month and it made everybody uncomfortable, and so we decided not to do it.
I just kind of went, I don't know how you're going to
No,
review
Brian
that movie.
went, I don't know. And I said, that's not the right response.
Well, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
No, and then you two bro out, and you're like, how about this other bank robbery movie? And I'm like, oh, my God.
Do you remember what you did instead of Brokeback Mountain?
Bank robbery 8.
I probably did Heat that week.
Fair. Very fair. All right, finally, someone that's been in one of the funniest movies of all time, in my opinion, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and I'm going back old on that. I know she's done a lot since then. Kristen Bell had I guess they're calling it a tone-deaf anniversary post to her husband, Dax Shepard. I'll read it, you decide. It was a very loving picture of them. And then it says, happy 12th wedding anniversary to the man who once said to me, I would never kill you. A lot of men have killed their wives at a certain point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I never would. Heart emoji. That was the post.
That was the post. And a lot of people are really mad because they said it was during Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Right.
So that was like inappropriate.
Bad timing.
I also think it just wasn't funny. Like, I mean, if you're gonna offend people, make sure it's good. You know, where it's like borderline, like we're gonna let it slide. It's so funny. That's just a weird thing to say.
I mean, there are people that are looking to get mad at something each day, and I look at that, and it doesn't make me mad. But I understand the mob wants to get mad at something all the time.
But it is weird, right?
It's weird.
It's really weird.
It's weird. It is weird.
And I'm kind of sick of, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I'm kind of sick of Dax Shepard constantly putting out why he shouldn't be interested in his wife. Okay, because this isn't the first time. Because he tells the story about when they started dating, and he was like, I didn't know if I should be with her. And everyone's like, why? Because she's so sweet. You didn't know if you could do it. You didn't know if you commit. No, because he said verbatim, I didn't know if I wanted to spend my weekends like helping people find their dog. She's such a good person. I didn't know if I was like into like how good of a person she is and if I should be dealing with that. And like, she's going to always do this stuff for other people. And I didn't know if I wanted to commit my life to that. So instead of like complimenting her, kind of went on a rampage if he didn't know if he wanted to do that. And now I find out his compliment is, I could kill you, and there's plenty of reasons why, but I won't. And I'm like, instead of like loving husband, it's giving like the old sitcoms of, God, I really hate my ball and chain wife all the time.
And it's tough for me because Kristen Bell is my number one celebrity crush.
Is she really? I didn't know that.
I adore her. People are saying I should watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I've actually seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh.
She's so talented. She's so funny. She's 5'1", and as I always say, on a metaphorical level, women and I are equal, but on a literal level, there's nothing I enjoy more than looking down at a woman, and I'm 6'2", and she's 5'1", and so I can literally look down at her. And I think Dax Shepard should love his wife. I think he's very lucky to be with Kristen Bell, and he should literally look down at her, but metaphorically, they should treat each other as equals.
Now I'm wondering if theirs is worse or yours. Your post just now verbally about looking down on a woman turns you on.
In the most literal sense. Metaphorically, men and women are equal. Literally, I
don't know
love
if you
looking
think...
down at women.
I don't know. If you get angry at it, maybe get out of the mob for a minute.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? Shoot us a text right now, 312-591-8300 with your takeaway. Do that now because in about 3 minutes, we'll have a chance at $1,000 where you'll need that text number. So get your takeaway in right now, 312-591-8300. Something memorable to you on today's show. Now, yesterday we broke the news about that bank robbery, or I should say museum robbery, the Louvre, where they lost Napoleon's jewels to some guys on some scooters, and they had a pretty good saw, and they tried to light the place on fire when they left. That's at least some new information we found in the report. So we talked about it yesterday, but this update on the story adds a little more bizarre context to what happened in this Ocean's 11 type robbery at the Louvre over the weekend.
Police say 4 men disguised as construction workers set up this ladder attached to a truck, gaining access to a second-story balcony.
Now that leads to the point, or back to the point, that Kenzie says if you're carrying a ladder, no one will ever stop you with what you're doing.
And I would like to point out that I said this, months ago.
I think it was years ago you said that.
I mean, it may have been, but you could do anything with a ladder, and they were listeners of the show, unfortunately. And then they robbed the Louvre.
Nice to meet some fans.
Yeah, nice to meet a listener.
And also, the show is for entertainment purposes only, the show, not educational.
It wasn't advice, it was just a fact.
So they took a ladder, you see, and they showed up at one of the most secure museums in the world and got out with $30 million of jewels. That's all it took. And they left on divvy bikes. Well, we'll let the story continue here.
They then used power tools on a window frame to break in, according to investigators who allege the thieves threatened security guards before ransacking the Apollo Gallery, where Napoleon III's crown jewels were on display. The heist lasted all of 7 minutes, according to investigators. The museum's visitors were immediately ushered out.
All of a sudden, we were kind of rushed by a big mob of police.
The investigator in charge of the...
Also, couldn't they think that maybe like in Ocean's 11 that they were still inside the museum, but they rushed everybody out and said, get out of here? Wouldn't they thought maybe they're inside, maybe that's one of them? They kind of just told everybody to leave? I would have locked everybody in.
Well, that could lead to a hostage situation.
I would have done that.
And that's why you don't do security
I think
for a museum.
that elevates this.
Yeah.
the issue.
I tried out once to be the leader of the Louvre to run the head of security, and they turned me
The
down.
leader of the Louvre? I don't know that's the name of it.
I don't know, the president of the Louvre?
No.
I am the president of the Louvre. Something like that.
Police.
The investigator in charge of the case says the thieves tried to set the truck with the ladder on fire.
I wonder if that was a spur of the moment thing or they had that plan.
Oh, that does seem impulsive. What should we do? What should we do? Light it on fire.
Like they're like, we got out. We have the what do we do? We'll light the ladder on fire, dumbass. Okay. That just seems, I don't know if it was impulsive. I want to know if they had a list, like, power tool, ladder, get the divvy bikes. Light the ladder on fire when we leave. I just want to know if that was part of their thing.
Couldn't. They then took off on scooters and were seen later on a nearby highway.
What?
Interesting. They were seen on the highway on scooters, and they got away.
Seems like they would have been able to catch them at that point.
But hold on, it's scooters. They weren't driving Gravedigger down the highway. It's not like scooters are the most noticeable thing there is. I see a guy on a scooter, I don't think twice.
But on a highway...
I see it all the time.
No, I understand that regular people are like, oh, there's some kids on scooters. Cops were aware that they should be looking for people on scooters. That's the point. That should have been called in.
It can't be those guys, those scooters. It can't be
what
them.
What do they do? Follow up on every scooter?
Yeah. Not to mention over there, it's kind of like the Autobahn in Germany. Like there's not many speed limits on highways in Europe. You just go as fast as you want. So those scooters would have stood out even more. With cars going like
30
going on, with Audis going 110 miles an hour around them. Well, it's probably not those guys.
But I think the French, they take Vespas everywhere anyways. Everybody's probably on a Vespa.
Yeah. I mean,
this was a scooter.
Yeah. Also, it could have been like croissant time, lunchtime.
Yeah, it could have been croissant time. You're right.
That's what the cop said.
Yeah.
We would follow up on that, but
do you think
eat this croissant.
Do you think French cops, in the same way that American cops, there's like the donut thing with them?
Yeah, it's croissant.
There's like, my coffee and my croissant.
Yeah.
That
could spill my coffee and my croissant.
Do you think that's the guys that stole the $30 million? I don't know, but it's croissant time.
I know. We'll never know.
Because we ain't going to chase them.
Because it's croissant time.
All right, the story continues.
They're like evil geniuses. They did it at croissant time.
On scooters and were seen later on a nearby highway.
What will the thieves do with the pieces they've robbed?
It's very difficult to know what's happened after this moment.
Well, that was no information. What do you think they're going to do? I think it's very difficult to know what they could do with the jewels after this.
I'm like, are you asking me? Are you going to buy it? Like, I don't know.
What are they going to do with it? I do not know.
I don't know.
Good question.
It is croissant time. I want out of here.
I wish I had an answer, but I do not know.
Nobody knows.
So, see, it's just like here, you interview these people on the street just randomly afterward. I do not know.
It's a content creator doing the interview.
The pieces they've robbed.
It's very difficult to know what's happened after this moment.
Well, it sounds like they were on the highway on scooters.
Yep.
It's not that difficult to know.
They're right over there. I see it.
They're driving past us.
Yeah, they're on 90. I can see over the bridge. Why don't we go get them? I do not know.
I don't know.
Possible, he says, the robbery was a special order for a private collector, but more likely the treasures will be broken up and the gems sold. Wasn't the glass in the display cabinets reinforced somehow?
La difficulté.
Incredibly, he says, it wasn't.
Now, to translate that part, I think he didn't want to say anything anymore, and he said something he knew she wouldn't understand.
No hablo inglés all of a sudden, huh?
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.